back after not being here for, what, like 2 months?
Yeah, we took a little break.
Life did that thing where it, like, got in the way of everything, and, like, we had no time for you two. But we're back. So, welcome. I'm Erin.
I'm Erica.
Welcome back to our channel. We decided that we're going to do this thing called, we're stealing it from the McClure Twins. They're so cute. They're younger. They have Twin Talk Tuesday.
On their Instagrams, look them up. They're so cute.
We'll put their thing. Yeah, they're at lower, so you guys can stalk them. They're so freaking cute. But they have this thing called Twin Talk Tuesday, and they just talk about like random topics. So we're gonna do the same thing, and we're gonna ask you guys like what you guys want us to talk about.
Like for example, so say we want to talk about like. It can be as simple as like, let's talk about fall and like our favorite fall things, our favorite fall drinks, our favorite fall like movies, or it can be like
very deep, like how do you deal with like crippling anxiety and what are good things to do if you have really bad depression, you can't get out of bed, stuff like that.
What are some coping skills?
You can do like a word like vulnerability, talk about vulnerability, and then we can talk about vulnerability. So yeah, because we write a lot in our blog, but a lot of people we know that a lot of people listen. Help me, Erica. People don't read as much as they watch. A lot of
people would rather like to watch, would be more inclined to watch something as we're speaking than read it, we think. So we've come to find like with our...
We'll reach more people. We'll get more, yeah. Yep. Same with us. Like we like things read to us instead of as opposed to reading. Well, that's not true. I don't know. Sometimes. Depends. So yeah, you guys can leave comments. If you have any ideas of what you guys want us to talk about.
We'll start today. Today, me and Erin are going to talk about... What did you talk about? Beep. Back. So, today, me and Erin decided we were going to talk about the importance of self-love and loving yourself and kind of staying away from comparison and comparing yourself to other people, whether it's friends, family members, twins, sisters, Instagram influencers, models, actresses, because it can literally consume you and your thoughts. And a lot of the times,
it's not good
when you do compare yourself to, say, like an Instagram model or someone you see on the internet or on the television, what you're not seeing is that they're portraying their best selves. So you're like, oh my god, I don't look like this at all. They're so perfect. How is their hair this long? How are their waist this skinny? Etc. And they're literally putting out their best selves for you to see. So
you're comparing your behind the scenes self, like if they're on Instagram. Think about it. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I will be the first to admit when I post one selfie that there is about 5 billion other crappier, not Insta-worthy versions of that selfie in my camera roll. So think about, like, we all do that, and if you don't, then props to you, you rock. But the vast majority of us do that. So when you're on Instagram and you're like, oh my god, I wish I could be that perfect. First of all, that is the 100th selfie. That is the contrasted, sharpened, filtered, angled, chicken before dinner, not after when you're bloated selfie. And you're sitting there like you're behind the scenes. You look like you do when you're not posing. So comparing yourself, one, it's not like an accurate comparison, and two, it's just going to make you feel bad about yourself. So yeah,
and it's just not realistic. Like a lot of the things that we see and the things that we so highly strive to be are simply unattainable. Like there's this weight standard for girls now that is
the thin ideal.
Yeah, there is unrealistic. It's unrealistic, unattainable to have a waist that's like, you see, like people, I don't want to, I like the Kardashians and stuff, but the waists are very tiny, and it gives these girls this idea that your waist can look like that, just by working out or eating healthy, when in reality, that's really not true.
And it's everywhere, so it's really hard not to compare, and it's really hard not to have, like, poor body image, like views of yourself, because we're bombarded with it everywhere we go. Like the TV, Instagram, right when you open your Instagram, it's just like all this really unrealistic, unattainable, honestly, very unattainable. Like Photoshop is very real. It's like in Hollywood and everyday life, like people Photoshop, and you don't know that. And even I feel like even if we do know that, you still can't help. Even if you're like, I know that that's not real and that's not. When you're looking at it, you're just like, but
you can't help it because
our thoughts
can consume us, especially if they're negative. And I'm speaking from social work practice, from learning this, and also from experiencing it, because as an identical twin, it's almost inevitable to compare yourself to one another.
You can't not compare. It's like the carbon copy. Like, how do you not compare yourself?
And when I do that, or when Aaron does that to me, it's like very, how do I say this? It's like I literally shrink. Yeah, I shrink down and I'm like, oh my God.
It's debilitating.
That's the word. It's very debilitating. And you have to almost kind of recognize what you're doing and the power of negative thought, the power of positive thoughts over negative thoughts, because the negative thoughts can really make you enter a dark place.
You have to pick your thoughts the same way that you pick your clothes in the morning. Your mind is like a factory, and your thoughts come in, and you're the supervisor of the factory, and you have to say, this thought is here, this is a bad thought. You have to not, if you give that thought any time, then that thought's going to control you. You have to be like, nope, that's a toxic thought. Literally stop, brain, don't think that way, because then you're going to have one thought. It's so scary how one thought, it's like a domino effect. It's like boom, boom, boom. So you have to actively and consciously work on, like, you stopping yourself in the middle of a thought. Like, we were talking about this the other night, and I was just like, if I like start to think like, oh, well, Erica did, I'm just like, nope, shut up, Aaron, shut up, you're not Erica, you're Aaron. Because it's like, it is, you have to, like, every morning we wake up, and I talk really fast. Every morning we wake up, and we pick out our clothes, and that's what you have to do with your thoughts. You can't let the reject thoughts consume you, because either you control your thoughts or your thoughts control you. And your perspective and like how you view yourself in the world is either your prison or your passport. There I go with my quotes. But it's really true. And you have power over that. Like, the one thing that you have power over is how you respond, how you think about things, how you respond to things. Because everything happens how it happens, and it's literally what happens next is literally up to you and how you decide to respond. Like, yes,
you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to it.
So we're kind of spiraling a little bit off the topic, but basically, don't compare yourself to anybody but yourself.
And self-love, loving who you are. I've been making a lot of captions about this because I've been struggling with it personally. Because loving who you are is super, super important. Like, if you don't love yourself, first of all, you can't love anyone else. That's in regards to friends, family, relationships with whoever it may be. You have to really...
You can love them to your capacity to love, but it's not the greatest capacity you can have, because you can't fully love someone if you don't fully love yourself.
You can't
first.
give them the love they deserve if you don't give yourself the love that you deserve
first.
Yeah.
And you can't pour from an empty cup. So self-care.
Self-love.
Self-care.
Self-care. They're all connected. It's crazy.
Yes. What was I going to say? Comparison is a thief of joy. It either makes you feel superior or inferior, and neither serve a purpose. You don't need to be walking around with your head like this big thinking you're all that, because then you're just not. Or you don't need to be walking around thinking you're like the worst person ever, because you're just not. So, no comparison. No bueno.
So basically, Aaron and I just ranted, and I know that we probably just talked very fast.
I was literally like, I'm gonna have to do like slow-mo on my voice.
But that's basically what we're gonna be doing on Tuesdays. It's our Twin Talk Tuesday. Just so if like that was just to give you guys an idea.
We also came up with that on the spot. Like, we actually had no idea. We keep saying we're gonna do these videos, and then we don't. So today we were like, nah, we're gonna do it. And so literally, like, on the spot right now, like, we're gonna go fast forward through it, but we're like, what should we do? And then we just said self-love. So maybe it'll be a little bit more like organized, not just us like spewing nonsense. But it wasn't nonsense, but yeah.
And we missed we missed making and posting videos, and like we would always tell ourselves that we were going to do them, and we just never did. So
life got in the way. But we hope that you guys are all well, and you've been well, despite 2020 being like, I don't even know, an episode of this never-ending scary movie, and I'm just waiting for it to end. But it's just every time you think it's gonna end, another scary thing comes out. And so,
on that note,
hang in there, friends.
Aaron, do you want to give a quote?
Kind of just gave a quote, but let me think of another one, because I have a lot of self-love quotes. Oh, yeah, you take that and I got this. Ready? It's okay.
It's okay
not to be okay.
It actually says it's okay. Yeah, that's right.
Half of it. It's okay not to be okay.
It's okay not to be okay.
So if you're not okay, that's okay. And it's perfectly fine to not feel perfectly fine. You don't have to pretend like you do, because that's even more chilling. So,
Thank you for watching, and thank
Missed
you
you.
for not getting mad at us for not posting for like 2 months.
We won't do that again, we
won't.
promise. We post on our blog if you guys read our blog.
Anyways, if you happen to watch this video and you like it, subscribe. Thank you.
Peace out.